What is up, everyone? These are my 306 picks. Only 10 fights on this card. I'm like, I'm confident in about 7 of them or so, something like that. A lot of close pick'em fights. But yeah, let's get into it. Sean O'Malley, first round KO. This is actually like my lock of the card. I'm very confident Sean O'Malley's going to win this. Merab, he's just too clumsy. He's too open. He gets tagged. He gets hit. And Sean O'Malley, he's a sniper. He's a good grappler. He has a good gas tank. Merab has staff. And there's just so much more. But Merab, he's just... I think that this is just a mismatch. And yeah, I'm very confident. I already made a video about this lock of the card. This one, Grasso, Shevchenko 3. I'm going with Grasso by decision. I picked her last year by decision. And she arguably won. She did. I know a lot of people scream robbery because of the 10-8. She could have won round 4, I think it was. She really could have. It was a close fight. She got much better than her first fight. Shevchenko's 36. Grasso's 31. I think she's going to close the gap even more. I could see a 4th, 5th round finish by submission or TKO. But I'm going to say decision based off damage. I'm going to say close. I'm going to say 48-47. I think it's going to be close, competitive. We could see Valentina retire. I don't think so, but we could see it. But yeah, this one I keep on going back and forth on. I'm going to go with the Eagle by 29-28 decision. I think that I pick Lopes for 303. But I think Ortega, he's definitely going to lose the first, Ortega. He's probably going to get knocked down, maybe even 10-8'd. It could be a draw. But Lopes, round 1. Ortega, round 3. I'm very confident in those two. But round 2 is where the fight's going to be won, in my opinion. I think that Lopes is going to start off round 2 strong. It's going to be close, but he's clearly going to be ahead on the feet. Ortega is going to shoot a takedown. Lopes is going to pull guillotine or something like that, where he willingly goes on the ground. Ortega's just going to control him, land a few, pit-pat shots. And yeah, I think that because of that and because of the control time, I think he's going to win the fight. People probably won't be happy with the decision. It's fine, I could see Lopes chinning him in the first, but I think Ortega's got this. I think he's going to win. So that's my, underdog pick, I guess. Then we got Ribovics versus Zellhuber. I'm going with Zellhuber by decision. I think that a lot of people not are picking, but are saying, oh, the odds should be closer. It's like a 50-50 fight. Ribovics, he's dangerous, which he is. But outside of Terrence McChinney, he doesn't have a ton of knockouts. He has knockouts, but it's not like he's knocking out everyone. He has decisions. It's just... And I think Zellhuber, I think he's more technical. I think he's the much better fighter. If it goes to the scorecards, they're going to favor the Mexican. So yeah, I think that this is a pretty simple fight to call, in my opinion. And then we got Lazy Boy versus Odi Osbourne. The guys who, stole the show, bring that same energy. I'm going with Lazy Boy, first round sub, because that's his best quality. And that's Osbourne's worst quality in fighting. He's open to submissions. He could win. It's a close fight. I'm not gonna lie, the only thing I really remember outside of the no contest and his win after with Lazy Boy is I remember Lucas Tracy shitting on him, saying oh, they call him Lazy Boy and he fights like it, And then I think he picked against him, and then he won his next fight, of course, in typical Lucas Tracy fashion. But yeah, I think Lazy Boy, I think he's actually gonna win. I kind of want Osbourne to win, but it's whatever. And yeah, next up, Irene Aldana versus Dumont. It's a pick'em. I'll go Aldana. Much better boxer. Dumont, much better kicks. Aldana has never checked a kick in her life, despite being a striker, which is just unbelievable. She showed insane heart in her last fight, though. They both fought, I think Rosa and Dumont went to like a boring, close decision. And Aldana went to a close decision, but much more exciting. I don't think that Dumont is a great grappler. I don't think that she's anything crazy. And I think Aldana's going to win based off damage. That's my opinion. I think she could even knock her out or TKO her. But yeah, I'm going with Aldana. Again, they're going to favor the Mexican, so I'm just going to pick the Mexican. Next up, we got Torres versus, I think, Ignacio. I'm going with Torres by first round TKO. The reason is that Torres, insane power. He pressures forward. And Ignacio likes to fight at range. And, well, I don't think he's ever been knocked out. He got hurt bad in like the first 2 minutes versus Klein, who's a great fighter. But I don't know if he's as powerful as Torres. Torres, you know, doesn't have as good of kicks as Ignacio, but I think he's going to make that up by pressuring forward. And I think he's going to get the first round TKO. And again, if it goes to the judges, they're probably going to favor the Mexican. I think this one is Yasmin versus Ketlin or something. I'm going with Yasmin. I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about either of them. So I'm going to pick the favorite by decision. And yeah, I'm not going to waste your time. I don't know much about these two. So I'm just going to pick the favorite. Yeah. And then this fight, Edgar Chairez versus Joshua Van. Going with Van by decision. I just am not seeing a ton of knockouts from Edgar. I think he has a lot of submissions. He's dangerous. But I think Joshua Van is he's the much better fighter. If he loses, it's going to be from a knockout. And it's going to be because he didn't take any time off and decided to, after getting KO'd, to do a 2-month turnaround, Alex Pereira style. But I don't think he's going to get knocked out. I don't think he's going to get submitted. And I think he's going to win a 29-28, but clear decision. That's what I think. Then, this one's pretty simple. Going with Rosas Jr., Chiwiwi's first round sub. Honestly, his opponent just doesn't seem that dangerous. He seems like he doesn't get submitted a ton. But I just think it's, Rosas, he's going to have all the momentum. And I think the other guy, it's like, the Mongolian murderer or whatever. I think he's getting submitted. It could go to a decision or like a later submission. But I have hope that this card is going to start off great. This should be on the main card, but it is what it is. Kind of was hoping Rosas Jr. would have like a bigger step up. But if he wins this impressively, then he should have a step up. But yeah, those are my predictions. Lock of the card is Sean O'Malley. The WMMA fights, I never know, I'm going to be honest. I always get those wrong. So just pick the opposite of me if you're betting money. But yeah, those are my picks. I'm confident on about 6 or so of them. And yeah, come back, I'm probably, my next video will be like, after this, after Sean O'Malley KOs Merab in the first. But yeah.